Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, homebrew D&D items for your games, and a chance to play some D&D in the Patreon community. We now have a Discord. It's just getting started, but we have some future plans coming, like events for Discord members and Patreon members. We're going back into the grim dark future of Warhammer 40k for a true hero of the people, just not humans, the Kelermorph. Within the furthest reaches of space, the Great Devourer has come to our galaxy, and its most deceptive tools are the Genestealers. Creatures that can break from the hive mind to create mutant hybrids that worship the hive mind of the Tyranids and help destroy defenses that would protect worlds from invasion. To help with this task, the Genestealer mutations create different bioforms to further the overall goal, and the Kelermorph is one of those bioforms. Genetically designed to be a hero and revolutionary figure, and designed is the word. The genetic code that creates this is made to exploit the human half of all Genestealer hybrids, who desire a hero to save them and lead them against the oppressors. That's right, their brains are hardwired to look at the Kelermorph and only see them as an inspiration. To help promote this figure, the Kelermorph is physically designed to look like a hero, at least to the Genestealer hybrids. Like all hybrids, the Kelermorph has 3 limbs, is hairless, sometimes has bio armor, and is genetically engineered to wear the appearance of a true rogue who chooses to live by their own rules. A cowboy. They are designed to look like a cowboy. I'm not making this up. They dress like cowboys and wield multiple 6-shooters because everyone loves an outlaw with a heart. Now, you're probably hearing this and thinking it's a joke, but it's not. The hive mind intelligence of the Tyranids has designed the Kelermorph with one thing in mind: humans' love of an outlaw hero who lives by their own rules. That being said, their appearance isn't just for show. The engineering that has gone into these creatures has tailored them into not only being amazing marksmen, but natural assassins. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those stat minimums if you use another system. Make Wisdom 15, Charisma 14, Dex 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Intelligence with an 8. Kelermorphs are genetic hybrids between aliens and humans designed to kill. Simic Hybrids from Ravnica is a genetic hybrid not designed to kill, but close enough. Dark Vision lets you see in darkness out to 60 feet. Animal Enhancements gives you 2 upgrades to your form. You get 1 now and 1 at character level 5. For your first enhancement, Nimble Climber gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background, place +2 into Dex and +1 into Wisdom. For your origin feat, Tough gives you double your current character level in HP and then gives you +2 HP to every level after. For skills, grab Intimidation and Persuasion. To finish out your background, grab Tinkerer's Tools to help maintain your weapons. Level 1 Rogues. Rogues start things off with 4 skills. Grab Stealth, Athletics, Acrobatics, and Sleight of Hand. You are proficient in Light Armor, Thieves' Tools, Simple Weapons, Martial Weapons with a Light or Finesse property, and the saving throws Dex and Intelligence. Expertise grants you double the proficiency bonus to 2 skills of your choice. Place this into Persuasion and Stealth. Sneak Attack lets you add damage to your attacks. Once per turn when you hit with a Finesse or ranged weapon, while you have advantage on the attack or an ally is within 5 feet of your target, you deal an extra 1d6 damage. Thieves' Cant gives you the coded language Thieves' Cant in another language of your choice. Weapon Mastery improves your weapon skills. After a long rest, you choose 2 weapons you're proficient with, and now when you use them, you can use their Weapon Mastery property. For some weapon masteries you're going to use, we're going to talk about that next level. Level 1 Rangers get some more proficiencies when you multi-class into them. You are now proficient in all weapons, medium armor, shields, and another skill grabs Survival. Spellcasting grants you spells. Wisdom is your spellcasting modifier. You regain all used spell slots at the end of a long rest, and you're starting off with 2 first level spells. Favorite enemy gives you a free spell with Hunter's Mark. This lets you mark a target within 90 feet with a bonus action for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. When you hit the marked creature, you will deal an extra 1d6 force damage, and you will have advantage on perception and survival checks to find them. If the marked creature dies before the spell is up, you can use your bonus action to move the mark to another creature within 90 feet. Because you got this from a feature, you can cast this twice without a spell slot per long rest. Weapon mastery is the same. For some weapon masteries you'll use, hand crossbow, short sword, and pistols give you Vex. This gives you advantage on your next attack against a creature you've hit with this weapon before the end of your next turn. If you're using modern weapons, Revolver gives you Sap, which causes a creature hit by this weapon to have disadvantage on their next attack before the start of your next turn. For your new spell, Hail of Thorns is a bonus action you take after hitting a creature with a ranged weapon attack. The original target and each creature within 5 feet of the original must make a dex save or take 1d10 piercing damage. Long Strider increases your speed by 10 feet for 1 hour. Level 2 Rangers gain Deft Explorer. First, you gain expertise in one skill of your choice, doubling the proficiency bonus. Place this into Athletics. You also get a new language of your choice. Fighting Style gives you a Fighting Style feat. For this feat, Archery adds +2 to your attack rolls made with ranged weapons. For your new spell, Cure Wounds lets you heal 2d8 plus your Wisdom modifier to a creature you touch, including yourself. Level 3 Rangers now have access to their subclass. Hunter from the Player's Handbook makes you deadlier. Hunter's Lore lets you know resistances, immunities, and vulnerabilities of a creature that you've marked with your Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Prey lets you choose a different feature when you finish a short or long rest. For these features, you can deal an extra 1d8 damage when you hit a creature that is below its maximum HP once per turn, or you can hit another target within 5 feet of the first within the weapon's range once per turn. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 4 Rangers earn our first ability score improvement. Let's grab a feat. Crossbow Expert from the Player's Handbook is going to improve your shots. First, it adds +1 to your dex. You can ignore loading properties to crossbows you're proficient with. Firing a ranged attack within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage on the shot. And when wielding a light weapon in one hand, you can fire a hand crossbow with a bonus action. This means you can fire a hand crossbow and then fire a hand crossbow again. If you're using revolvers, then forget about this feat. If you're using the pistols found in the Player's Handbook, go ahead and look into the Gunner feat from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Does basically the same, but doesn't let you fire a second pistol. For your new spell, take what you want. You've reached character level 5, bring your proficiency bonus to +3. You also gain your second enhancement, Grappling Appendages. You now have 2 sets of arms, though you should only have a third arm, not a fourth, and you can use these arms to grapple a creature or make an unarmed strike that deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier. You can't use weapons with them, but you can hold them. Thrycreen have better arms, but you're not a bug humanoid. You're a human hybrid with a bug lizard creature. You look more human and you're not telepathic, so Thrycreen is out. Level 5 Rangers unlock extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You can now also cast Hunter's Mark 3 times without a spell slot, and you also get second level spells. For your final spell, Pass Without Trace adds +10 to your stealth for 1 hour while you maintain the spell, and you can pass this on to other creatures within 30 feet of you. Level 2 Rogues learn Cunning Action. Dash, Disengage, and Hide are now bonus actions for you. Level 3 Rogues now have access to their subclass. Assassin from the Player's Handbook is going to make you more savage. Assassinate gives you advantage on initiative rolls. Also, during the first turn of combat, you have advantage against a creature that hasn't taken its turn yet, and if you hit with your sneak attack, you deal extra damage equal to your rogue level. Assassin's Tools gives you proficiency in Disguise Kit and Poisoner's Kit. Steady Aim lets you have advantage on an attack. Now, on a turn you haven't moved, you can use your bonus action to reduce your speed to 0, and now you have advantage on your next attack. Your speed reduction lasts until the end of that turn. Your sneak attack is now 2d6 extra damage. Level 4 rogues earn another ability score improvement. Let's grab another feat. Piercer from the player's handbook is going to improve your shots further. First, you get +1 to dex, and then when you deal piercing damage, you can re-roll 1 damage dice, taking the new result once per turn. Also, when you score a critical hit with a piercing weapon, you can add another damage dice to it. You've hit character level 9, raise your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 5 rogues receive Cunning Strikes. Now when you add sneak attack damage, you can subtract damage dice to add effects. You can add 1 effect per sneak attack, and the DC for this is based on your dex. For these effects, Trip costs 1d6 and you force a dex save, giving them the prone condition if they fail. Withdraw costs 1d6, and after you deal damage, you can move up to half your speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. Poison costs 1d6, and if you have the Poisoner's Kit, you can force a con save. If they fail, they gain the poison condition for 1 minute, but can retake the save at the end of each of their turns. Uncanny Dodge lets you reduce damage you take from a weapon attack by using your reaction to half the damage. Your sneak attack is now 3d6 extra damage. Level 6 rogues gain 2 more expertise. Place this into survival and intimidation. Level 7 rogues get evasion. Now your dex saves are improved, taking no damage on a success and half on a failure. Reliable talent improves your skills. Now when you take a d20 test for a skill you're proficient with, you can never roll lower than 10 on the roll. Your sneak attack is now 4d6 extra damage. Level 8 rogues earn another ability score improvement to cap off dex. Your character level 13, bump up your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 9 assassin rogues unlock infiltration expertise. Steady aim no longer reduces your speed to 0, and you can perfectly mimic a person's speech patterns and handwriting after 1 hour of study. Your sneak attack is now 5d6 extra damage. Level 10 rogues earn another ability score improvement. Let's grab yet another feat with Inspiring Leader from the player's handbook. First, it adds +1 to your wisdom score and then lets you bolster the troops. When you finish a short or long rest, you can give a speech, and up to 6 allies within 30 feet, including yourself, that witness the speech gain temporary HP equal to your character level plus your wisdom modifier. Level 11 rogues learn Improved Cunning Strikes. You can now add 2 Cunning Strikes to your sneak attack, but must pay for both. Your sneak attack is now 6d6 extra damage. Level 12 rogues earn our final ability score improvement, Raise Wisdom once more. You're at our final milestone, character level 17. Max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Level 13 rogues get Envenom weapons. Now when you use the Poison Cunning Strike, you will deal 2d6 poison damage when they fail the con save. This will also now ignore resistance to poison damage. Your sneak attack is now 7d6 extra damage. Level 14 rogues receive Devious Strikes. You now get 3 new Cunning Strikes to use. For these new ones, Daze costs 2d6 and you force a con save, and if they fail, next turn they can only do one thing: move, take an action, or take a bonus action. Obscure costs 3d6 and forces a dex save, giving them the blinded condition until the end of their turn if they fail. Knockout costs 6d6 and forces a con save. If they fail, they fall unconscious for 1 minute or until they take damage. They can repeat the save at the end of each of their turns, waking up if they succeed. Our final level is level 15 rogue, and you get Slippery Mind. You now have proficiency in charisma and wisdom saves. Your sneak attack is now 8d6 extra damage. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 19, Charisma 14. Your total class levels are Rogue 15, Ranger 5. Let's dive in. You are dangerous. Wielding 2 hand crossbows, you can fire them a total of 3 times, dealing 1d6 plus 5 piercing damage. You can add 8d6 to one of those shots and another 15 damage on the first turn if you score a sneak attack. Add effects, add 1d6 force damage, and cause a barrage of shots dealing 1d10 piercing damage. damage. You're also the perfect infiltrator. You can mimic speech patterns and handwriting. Your stealth can never be lower than 27. You can boost that up another plus 10 and hide with a bonus action. Finally, you can boost your team's stealth and grant them temporary HP. Downside. Your intelligence score is a huge problem, but you're proficient in the save, so that's something. You have some resources to manage with 6 spell slots, and can cast Hunter's Mark up to 3 times without one. The Great Devourer approaches, so raise some hell and inspire the masses to rise up to meet the Star Gods. I'd like to thank my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, and Daniel Saftler. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.